Hello and welcome to Insurance Mantra, your weekly guide to the world of insurance, only on ET Now. In today's Leadership Insight, we focus on the changing landscape of India's general insurance sector, from evolving role of PSU insurers to rising health and motor insurance claim. We'll also discuss key issues such as expenses of management norms, commission, fraud in health insurance, climate risk, and future of technology and AI in claims and underwriting. We'll also look at what lies ahead for industry as we move toward Insurance Outlook 2026. To share her perspective, I'm joined by very special guest, Madam Girija Subramanian, CMD of New India Assurance. Thank you so much, Girija ma'am, for joining our show and coming to our studio.
Thank you, Anurag, for having me here.
Ma'am, I want to start with war insurance during these turbulent times. Can you help us understand the role of insurance, and have you witnessed your company, because you being market leader, there is a demand of insurance after this geopolitical tension started?
Yeah, so actually, with the war situation as it is right now, it is the marine insurance that is most heavily currently affected. And New India, being a leader in this space, is also affected because of our shipments being, some of them are still right now as we speak, trying to, held up at the Strait of Hormuz. And we have been, constantly in dialogue with our reinsurers and our customers to ensure that we get the shipments all safely back to India. So as we speak, right now, insurance arrangements are all in place. The war risk cover, which covers this kind of a situation, has been, had been called off and then reinstated at a much higher price. I mean, the premium that we pay now is several times more than what it was in normal circumstances. And of course, the movement is going to be really difficult till we are sure that, it is safe to cross the strait. So that being the case, war risk is a reality, and this particular global geopolitical situation has proven how important it is to have this cover in place for all entities that transact business. So having said that, New India, as a front runner in this business, had already put in place a big war risk insurance cover that works even on a standalone basis, that even if you have your original premiums on other lines done with some other insurer, you can still have a standalone war cover being given by New India, which is a very unique proposition, and we are the front runners in this. We've had this cover in place for almost 6 to 8 months now. And this covers all assets on land situated anywhere in India. And I think for such an eventuality, this would be a real blessing. It would encourage policyholders to go for this cover, which is at a very nominal price, which has been very purposely, sold at a very nominal price, so that we can give this protection to all the assets.
What is a P&I cover? Can you explain our viewers?
It's a protection and indemnity cover offered to ship owners and liabilities that are created when in the sea, for clearance of the ship, any wreckage caused due to any oil spill or some such thing that is caused. So that is what the P&I clubs cover. And there are 13 P&I clubs that are there all over the world, mostly situated in Europe. And these cover this oil spillage and wreckage and cleaning of all of this and other liabilities that happen at the time of war. So this is what is covered by P&I clubs.
Okay. Yes. Ma'am, we have seen on social media that till 11th of March, your company has this financial year did a premium of 40,000 crore. So this financial year, are you confident that 45,000 crore will be the achievable mark, or you are aspiring for high?
So 40,000 crore is a mark that we crossed on the domestic premium. So, including all our foreign operations, it most certainly will cross 45,000 crores this fiscal. There's no doubt about it.
And any change in line of business also, you're sticking to your regular strength only?
We are strong in all lines of business that we operate. We have been a leader in this space, and we aspire to continue to be the leader in all lines of business in India. And we have, however, in the last 2 years, given more thrust to retail, because New India is a public sector insurer and a very proud public sector. And we will completely hold the hands and toe the lines of what the government wants. And in terms of our Prime Minister's vision, for 2047, where we need to be a developed nation, which necessary entails that we have insurance for all by 2047, which is also the regulator's mandate. So in line with all of this, we feel that going retail in a very big way, trying to go through the unpenetrated areas, get new to insurance business on our books. These are very prime focus areas which New India has focused on in the last 2 years, and most of the growth that you see is from these lines.
Retail.
Yeah. So we want to become
every nook and corner of the country.
Yes, so we want to be there.
We have seen that PSU insurers, New India and other PSU general insurers have played an important role in increasing insurance penetration. So how do you see going ahead the PSU insurance companies evolving, and now you are in the insurance industry for more than 3 decades. So what difference you have witnessed among PSU and private insurers?
So basically, initially there were only public sector companies, then the private sector came in. And then we've seen a lot of, the way the private sector functions, and they are worried about the return on investments and the kind of products. Some of them have come in with a lot of new products which they had the privilege of getting in because of their shareholders and people who invested in them. So yes, that has helped us to realize, that we have to be competitive. We have to scale up. We need to, be there and in all areas competitively. So this part of it, I think the more the realization came in after the private sector came in, and it has helped us to, up the game on every scale as a public sector, whilst keeping the primary objective of giving reasonable and fair deals to the customer, trying to see the objective of the government and seeing that financial protection for the unprivileged remains the core of our mainstay.
Not only profitability.
Not only profitability. So there we have a distinct difference from a private sector, and whilst maintaining that, to be competitive, to be profitable, that has also become a secondary goal for us. So we've been walking with both in tandem, and the results are there for all to see. All the PSUs have turned around in the last 2 years, and all of them are doing well, and I'm sure that going forward we will have a very strong
all of them are doing well. Do you think that some regulatory changes has helped in PSU insurance companies for that matter? EOM rules. So EOM rules were introduced. So do you think that because when EOM rules were getting implemented, debate was going in that it may not favor PSU insurers. So now it's more than 2 years. So how that new EOM rules, that a single limit EOM rules have impacted PSU general insurers?
No, single EOM rules have impacted everybody well. The point is that as I can speak for New India, that our expense ratios are very, very low compared to even the limit that you have. And this, the buffer that we got, because our EOM was anyway very low, it gives us that kind of buffer to attract the right kind of business. And this is a buffer that we use very, very responsibly, and we don't use blatantly. We see that whether it's required, and then we use that buffer. And even after all that, our EOM remains very significantly lower than this limit.
Okay.
So I won't say that it has favored PSUs. We were already having a very low EOM. And I think for New India, I can speak up that we use this buffer very, very judiciously.
Okay. Now the debate is going on the commission front also. Regulator is also asking for data. There is a view from DFS. So what is your view on the commission front? Because you were saying that you are under the limit, but there are other players also. They are exceeding the limit also. And the commission is very much high on various line of businesses.
Yes, see, the general insurance sector has become very competitive in recent years, so competitive that people will pay any price to get the right kind of business. So it has become increasingly unviable for insurers to exist in this kind of a market, and therefore the regulator's concern is absolutely right. And definitely people who, the stakeholders there, whether it is the intermediary or the insurers or the clients, they need to introspect on this part, whether this kind of competition, this kind of costing that goes towards intermediary commissions can be affordable, can last in the long run. Whilst from the regulator's side, it may not be it may not be possible to put those strictures in a free market. I think the other entities, the stakeholders, need to definitely understand that this is something that will not be sustainable for insurance companies in the long run.
Okay, ma'am. Now, ma'am, I will move to our rapid fire segment and you have to answer my questions spontaneously. My first question to you, ma'am, one biggest challenge for PSU general insurance companies today?
I think you have to be nimble-footed and adapt technology fast.
One motor insurance profitable business or necessary burden?
It's a profitable business if the pricing is done right. Price is very important.
Health insurance premium sustainable or becoming too expensive?
It is expensive as on date, but it is because of the service delivery people also going up on the inflation in a very big way. And I think we need to see that we need to bring it to sustainable levels.
Commission debate, justified incentive or industry concern?
It's an industry concern.
One reform from IRDA that has helped the industry the most?
I think the reforms.
If you had one wish to ask
one more,
IRDA,
if I can add, is the use and
file two, yes,
policy.
UM and yes.
Both of them.
If you had one wish to ask IRDA today, what would it be?
I would say that you rationalize commissions.
Okay, parametric insurance, future opportunity or niche product?
It's a niche product, but it's the most massive opportunity that you can do to plug this penetration gap.
Digital insurance, biggest opportunity or biggest disruption?
It's a biggest opportunity which could become the disruptor if people don't adapt technology.
Fraud in health insurance, technology problem or ecosystem problem?
It's an ecosystem problem.
PSU insurance versus private insurance, level playing field or structural disadvantage?
Level playing field.
Are PSU insurers unfairly competing with private insurers?
No, I think it's the other way around.
PSU insurers or private insurers, who offer better compensation and talent retention today?
See, we have recently advertised for 1,000 positions in New India, and we got 1 lakh applications.
Okay.
So this should answer.
Agents in insurance still the backbone of the industry?
They will always be the backbone because the human touch, I don't see it being replaced in a long time.
Is it challenging for women to balance leadership roles with family responsibilities?
Not at all. 2/3 of senior management in New India are women, and they've all balanced and done very well in their career.
And my final question to you, what would be your insurance mantra for our viewers?
It would be that insure and be secure.
Okay, thank you so much, Girija ma'am, for joining us today on Insurance Mantra. Time for a short break now. After the break, in our Expert Speak segment, I'll be joined by Anjan De, former CMD of Oriental Insurance and senior advisor to the board of Galgar India.